Elon Musk is actually cutting corners with this Starship. Why do we say he's cutting corners? It's because he hasn't followed a conventional or widely accepted technical path at all. If you're building a super heavy lift launch vehicle to send a bigger spacecraft out of Earth's atmosphere and into space, don't you need a big, high-thrust engine? But instead of using a larger engine, Musk didn't go that route. He bundled several large engines together to create a combined thrust. In the past, launch rockets typically relied on one or two giant engines. Musk, unable to develop such engines, thought, why not use 33 smaller engines instead? So this raises a question, why is Musk doing it this way? Actually, it's quite simple, there are two reasons. The first reason is a lack of technology. Especially with the Starship design, the engines required are much larger and more powerful than those used in traditional launch rockets. Developing such engines would take a lot of time and funding, so Musk simply couldn't make it happen in the short term. This leads to the second issue. Musk's SpaceX is essentially a commercial company, funded by a large number of investors. It's not part of a national strategic plan. We can invest without worrying about the cost or the time, even if it takes 10 or 20 years, it doesn't matter. They need to consider the returns. Short-term returns are not visible, while long-term returns have a maximum timeline of 2 to 3 years. If developing a giant engine takes 5 or 10 years, investors would have already given up on funding. So, out of necessity, Musk adopted this shortcut, calling it a technological innovation. So, this so-called technological innovation actually carries significant technical risks and has drawn a lot of criticism. The 33 SpaceX Raptors on the launch rocket, plus the 6 on the Starship, mean that if even one Raptor fails to ignite successfully, it could result in uneven thrust and ultimately lead to a crash. This time, there are no astronauts on board, but what if there were? That could lead to a serious accident.